I'm listening to a goddamn episode. Motherfucker Jody B done call in, playing his own goddamn theme music, doing the beatbox and shit. How you gonna do that? And then proclaiming himself voicemail motherfucking champion. Ain't the voicemail champion? How you gonna do that? You can't just say you this shit. God damn it. I mean, not that I'm saying I am. All I'm saying is he ain't, motherfucker. Check. It's a goddamn communal show. We share this shit. Share it. Share the ride. Share the ride with all these people, your friends, family, everybody you know. You need to share the goddamn ride. Now, having said that, I didn't really have much else to say other than that. I just, so I guess I'm gonna leave it at that. Don't play your own damn theme music, yacht. Shit. The kid peed on himself. He said that kid peed on himself. Listen, all I want to say is Jody motherfucking B is a motherfucking man. Anybody say different is full of shit. Motherfucking man. Love me some Jody B. Also, having said that, Raymond Rob's a man. Tony Rager, motherfucking man. Fear motherfucking Ennis. Artist formerly known as Fear, as y'all might know. Facebook is taking that shit away from him now. So, it's the way shit works, man. Motherfuckers, they come after you when you get big, you know what I mean? So, shit happens. What are you gonna do? Who else? Who else the man? Chris from my show. He the man. Danielle from my show. She the man. She the woman, right? Sean Horribly Awkward, the man. Who else? Who else, man? Oh, Rob is B-Rob on Twitter. He the man. There's a lot of mans, you know what I mean? So when you hear people saying, the man keeping me down, they talking about all them motherfuckers. Oppressive. Doing some nasty shit. They don't give a fuck. Keeping you down. I think that's how it works. I'm not really sure. I don't really know who they're talking about. I'm going to say, yeah, it's those people, but whatever. Anyway. Oh, I know who I fucking called. You need to tell me that. Anyway, I'm leaving voicemail number 3 just so I can stick it to the man, Jody B. I can fuck doing what I do. Fuck that shit. Ah! Anyway, I don't really have much to say. I just wanted to say, he's trying to say he's a champion. Not today. Y'all better recognize. You know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly where he's from. I want to say he's from the South somewhere. Got that smooth Southern shit going on, right? We from the North. We up there in New York. Represent? What? We loud and shit. But I agree with you. When he's on the Twitter or just talking shit with his homies, he loud and fuck. Especially on the voicemail. On his show, he's all smooth and sultry. You know what I'm saying? He all like, yeah, I'm cool. I don't like to, create no controversy. I just like to be smooth. That's what I do. But you know what? That's professional. That's what people do when they're goddamn professional, alright? Don't talk no shit about my boy. My boy does his thing. Represent. Y'all don't like it?
You are now listening to Random Ramblings with Yay! Yeah!
What up, everybody? This your boy B-Rob, and I'm back with another edition of the Random Rambles with Rob podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, the listener, for coming back each and every week, or however it is that you listen to podcasts. If you're a first-time listener, I'd like to thank you very much as well, because you took a chance and you're giving my show a listen upon recommendation, or just randomly scrolling through whatever podcast provider that you found me on, or however you found me. I really don't care how you found me. I kind of do, but the most important thing is that you're listening, and I appreciate that. Hey, it's early Sunday morning. Everybody in the bed except for my retarded ass, but it is what it is. Got Ray leading the show again with another voicemail. He sent a shot over the bow at Jody B. That motherfucker Jody B. He was vying for the title. First, he clowned him. Then he came back on the second voicemail and gave him props. Then he came back on the third voicemail and he daggone shot some slander at him again. So this voicemail thing has been great. I appreciate all y'all sending in your voicemails. And hey, if you are listening and you think you might want to shoot a voicemail this way, you can do so. And the number to do that is 304-825-5762. I forget I haven't said it in so long. It used to be 304 Talk Rob or something like that shit. But 304-825-5762. And you can send in your magnificent voicemails. It can be about anything, as long as it's random, baby. Speaking of voicemails, we got another jam-packed edition of the show with more voicemails. Got another crazy story from Hoppy Rogers, which I'm going to go ahead and play that for you right now. Yeah.
What up, B-Rob? What up, East Coast? What up, West Coast? What up, Santa Claus? What up, aliens in Antarctica? This is Hoppy Rogers checking in. I'm a little drunk. Almost called myself happy. Fuck it, I'm happy. Hoppy Rogers over here. But I'm going to tell this story. It's Derby week in Louisville, okay? I know nobody else in the whole fucking country celebrates the Kentucky Derby, but it's beyond the Super Bowl in this motherfucker. We get fucked up. So anyway, we was out last night. My homie Anthony, he's a retired military dude with a tanker, got blown up in a tank. He was in Bosnia, Gulf War, Gulf II. He's a bad motherfucker, but now his leg's the size of my wrist, and he's a drunkard because he got blown up. But I love this motherfucker. And then this other motherfucker, we call him Stetson. His last name's Stetson because he's from that family with the hats and the cologne and all that shit. But Stetson, if you find this, man, fuck you. First off, you know I'm telling the truth. And this story's funny as hell. But anyway, he really ain't shit. I love the guy. He's rich as fuck. His grandma takes care of him. He's a trust fund baby. But let's keep it real. He ain't never worked in his life. He's got a Harley. He's got a Jeep. He got the $1,200 apartment and all that shit. But he be lying to bitches about what he does in the company, but he don't do shit. Grandma sends him money. But I love you, though. But anyway, we was out last night and got so fucked up. We was trying to head somewhere else, but Stetson done passed out in the bar. Well, we knew the bar owner, so we was like, man, can we just let this motherfucker sleep his shit off here? He's like, yeah, I'll be here early in the morning. Y'all can come get him or whatever. So, we leave him there. Well, he comes to about 30 minutes after we leave, and, we hear this story this morning or whatever. But he's walking around drunk looking for his motherfucking motorcycle. He didn't even take his motorcycle down there, B-Rob. We drove his dumb ass. So he's wandering through fucking garages and shit. Doesn't realize he's wandering through the motherfucking motor pool at the police department, dog. So they come running out. Hey. Well, this motherfucker, he's like almost on the second level. Parking garages wind around. He's like at 1.5 stories. This motherfucker jumps out the parking garage, hits a tree, like boom, 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 all down the tree. His face is fucked up. You look like the Elephant Man, homie, if you find this somehow. But anyways, dog, gets right back up. They all coming out to get him. He runs right back inside, hits the elevator, goes to the top floor, gets up under a cop car, goes to sleep. They can't find him. So this morning he hits us up. He's like, hey, dog, tells us the whole story, all whoop-de-whoop. He's like, I'm getting ready to run out the motor pool, dog. I need you to text me when you're outside so we can get up. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? He's about to get me hemmed up in this shit. But I swear to God, he got out clean, scot-free. So we back at the crib, got him all cleaned up. He still looked like the Elephant Man and shit. But I'm drunk again. Kentucky Derby's tomorrow. I love you people. My horse is Gervin. Girvin. I'm telling you, put some money on this horse. Get on the
That's another passionate story told by the man known as Hoppy Rogers, who was not earlier today, but yesterday, sending dick pics across the internet. Thank you, Hoppy, for sending us another story. Also, in the voicemail rankings that we got this week, is Jared again from the hashtag Blackout Podcast. And a lot of these voicemails that you've been hearing, except for Hoppies, because he's a special case, have been responses to previous episodes of the podcast. So if you don't really understand what they're talking about, just go back to those previous episodes. You usually be one episode behind. So this is episode 70, and they should be responding to episode 69. Oh yeah, with the lovely Miss Foxy. But anyway, here's 2 voicemails from Jared from the hashtag Blackout Podcast.
Hello, B-Rob, Jared from the hashtag Blackout Podcast. One half of the 2 coolest black podcasters you've ever did a show with that like to get their love box tapped and that like to tap love boxes. If you know what I'm saying. No homo though, I mean we're cousins. We're not kissing cousins. We're not from Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? But we like to tap that love box. Anyway, okay, so love listening to the messages from Jody B and the Po Boys and all these other crazy people. Love that. Love those shows. Had a great show, number 69 with Foxy. That was cool. Okay, yeah, so just want to drop this on you. What do people think about cankles? Cankles. You know what a cankle is? It's when the calf and the ankle sort of fuse together so it looks like a upside down oval or something like that. It doesn't quite come to like an actual calf, you know, where there's like a defined muscle. It's just like a weird looking, ovally, egg-shaped, upside down, disgusting lookingness. It almost looked like, you know, what the Mogwais turned into before they turned to the green gremlin, but, you know, depending on the woman, I guess it is, or man, I've seen dudes with cankles too. But my whole dating life, I was like, nah, never gonna get a girl with cankles. Thank goodness. My wife, no cankles. Shout out to my wife. Much love to her. Yeah, but I just want to know what y'all people think about cankles. That's disgusting. And speaking of crop dusting, it's funny that your kid crop dusted, you know, what you said on the show. That was hilarious. Man, my kids crop dust all the time. My dog is the worst crop duster. I'll be just sitting there, and you'll smell something funky. You're like, who the heck was that? And it's just you and the dog, and then you know it wasn't you. And the dog will look up at me, look up at you, and he'll look up at me, whatever, and be like, don't look at me. I didn't do that. And I'm like, now how did you not crop dust? Because I know it wasn't me. And you got the only other butt around here. You guys ever had a dog that crop dust? Crop dusting and cankles. That's the moral of this message. Hey, take care. Always good to hear your show. Go ahead and tap that love box vigorously. And we blacking out. Peace.
What's funny about that voicemail there, it was 2 of them. So he brought up kissing cousins in Arkansas, which Jody B is from Arkansas. So Jody B, I hope you're not kissing your cousins or anything like that. Cankles. Cankles look like, you know how you go to McDonald's and you order a parfait and you take that parfait and you just turn that some bitch upside down and it just slide out the cup and it just hit the ground and go plop. That's what a cankle remind me of. Or a frozen cup for you Southerners. It's just one long cylinder type thing. I don't know. Cankles are scary, especially people who usually have cankles. They have like a lot of weight above their knees too. So it's like, I don't know. It's almost like a margarita glass. It's all skinny. And then you get to the bowl part of it where it hold all the drink and everything. That's what like people cankles look like. It's just smooth. Then it hit that knee. Then all that fat just kind of bubble around the top of the knee. Cankles. Ugh. And yeah, they was tapping their love box. Well, Jared was tapping his love box on the voicemail. And if you don't know what that term or phrase is, you're going to have to listen to the hashtag Blackout Podcast. Or you can go back and listen to episode 67 when the hashtag Blackout Podcast was a guest on my show. And they kind of explained what tapping the love box is. I mean, everybody can tap their love box. I would love more than anything to be tapping Mrs. B Rob's love box right now, but she's asleep. And we already got one kid, and she's kind of paranoid about maybe getting pregnant, even though she on birth control. But hey, I don't want no more kids either. I'm on a fixed income, but that's par from the course. And yes, they had pristine grapes in the Walmart. I don't like nobody putting their dirty ass paws on the motherfucking grapes in the Walmart or any damn freaking produce. Put your hand inside one of those bags they give you. Then you can finger fuck it all you want. It's just like a condom for your hands. And you ain't putting all your germs on the motherfucking produce. God damn it. Thanks once again to Jared from the hashtag Blackout Podcast. And we got one final voicemail left. And it's from Ray again. And I kind of saved this because it's my pet word. It's my thing that I say the most. And it is the word motherfucker. So he broke it down to me, I think last time on episode 69 with Foxy. You know, that was my question to her. Where do you think the word motherfucker came from? And Ray, in his infinite wisdom and his love for the show and his passion for leaving me voicemails, he did just that. He defined what motherfucker was in a voicemail. And what was crazy about this voicemail that you're about to hear, there's going to be a slight beep and a pause. Because Ray called my cell phone, my personal phone, to leave the voicemail message. He just dialed the wrong number. I guess he got the two numbers saved under one contact, or however the hell that worked out. So you're going to hear a slight beep and a pause to where I called him back. And then he comes back to the voicemail and continues on with what he was doing. Crazy, right? I'll let you hear it. I don't do it justice.
Alright, so get this, right? The word motherfucker dates back to the late 19th century with the motherfucking Texas, your motherfucking home state, in 1889 recording a defendant being called a goddamn motherfucking bastardly son of a bitch! Anyway, and in 1917, a black U.S. soldier, black, that's some fucked up shit, right? Called his draft board, you low down motherfuckers, right? He said that in a letter. What do you want me to tell you? I don't know exactly where it comes from, but from what I'm getting from this, it comes from Texas, and it comes from the blacks. So, now you know where the motherfucking origins of motherfucker comes from. I don't know if this is true. I'm reading this on Wikipedia, so it could be all bullshit. It says a lot of other words, but any goddamn way. So like I was fucking saying, the word motherfucker either comes from Texas or black people. Motherfucker. So you guys can rep that shit hard. And by the way, don't interrupt me again, B-Rob. Motherfucker. Calling me in the middle of leaving this goddamn voicemail. Motherfucker. Shit. Where am I? Hold on. I'm going to go back to this Wikipedia. So in popular music, the first mainstream rock release included the word in 1969. What episode is this, motherfucker? What? Kick Out by... Oh, actually, no. This would be episode 70. Fuck. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Recorded by Rob Tyner. Shout it out. And right now it's time to kick out the jams, motherfuckers. In 1969, he said that shit. But I'm listening to 69. So, whatever. That was anticlimactic. It goes on to say a lot more motherfucking shit about motherfucker. Point is, Wikipedia, I don't know if it's true, but be that as it may, it could be. And that's really all that matters, right? As long as it could be, maybe, probably not.
Thank you, Ray, for that. I'm a little more smarter than I was, till after I listened to that voicemail. Now, we got all that business out of the way. This is part 2 of A King and Sasha Banks. We talk more about Sasha Banks. This is a continuation of my interview with King Ajar. And like I said, we talk more about Sasha Banks and currently our top 5 waterfalls. And if you don't understand what that term means, we're talking about women in reference to, some stuff. I mean, water, moistness, wet. I mean, you can put it together. Use your mind. Tap your love box. But yeah, this second half, and is predominantly more Sasha Banks as per usual with Ajar. He loves him some Sasha Banks. He also talks a little bit more about the business aspects of WWE and Sasha Banks. So enjoy. We're going to get into it on this edition of the Random Ramblers with Rob podcast.
You can talk to your boy Matt, because I'm like, Matt, there's Naomi. Let's wait for her line. She's like, what do you think? But then the Naomi line was long.
Oh, shit, man. No, that was probably 2 lines in one. It was one to see Naomi and one to see her ass.
But you know what was funny about the Naomi line? The Usos were in the line.
What the fuck?
They were in the line because they were just like wanted to show their support, but they were like there. And I remember I was like, Matt, we gotta go meet Naomi. And he's like, I don't know, that line. We could, like, I think we were so happy that we met Sasha and saw Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair all in like 10 minutes. We didn't even care. But look at who we could have seen. We could have seen Nia Jax, Naomi, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, Jim Cornette, Eric Bischoff, Mick Foley. But we didn't go to any of them because we were just on such a high, this contact high from seeing Sasha. We didn't care. We were just like, oh, whatever. Jim Cornette, who cares? Oh, he's only one of my favorite managers ever, but who cares? We saw the boss.
Man,
I should have waited in the line for Naomi.
Shit, man, I would have damn camped out to go see her.
So is Naomi like your number one?
Oh yeah. I'll give you the order from what they currently have on the roster there. It's Naomi, Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, and then everything else kind of trails off after that. Maurice is in the whole little category over there. I wouldn't even put her in my main focus group
Maurice. There. You talk about Maurice, right?
Yeah.
We could have waited in line for her and Miz.
Oh man, I would fuck Maurice, man. I would have wanted to go see the Miz.
She is beautiful
she
in
is
person.
Fine. She is fine. Yeah.
Whew, yeah, Maurice she's top of the food chain, but so
ain't got no
my
booty,
power.
though.
So okay, who's your 5? So you gave me 4. Who's your 5?
I mean, shit, Maurice is part of that 5, but I mean, she's not like in that little category there. She's like something else to me. Who else we got on this roster? Oh shit, man, if we going down NXT style, fucking Ember Moon. Whew, Lord Jesus.
Peyton Royce.
Nah, not so much.
You like Peyton Royce? What about Billy Kay?
I would rather. Which one? Billy Kay is the one that wear the onesie, right?
The tall Australian, yeah.
Yeah, the blue velour outfit.
Yeah.
I don't like that one. I like the other one, the one that dressed like Poison Ivy.
That's who I'm talking about, Peyton Royce.
Yeah, I would. If you gave me those two, I would take Peyton Royce.
So it's funny because I think everybody who likes Sasha Banks likes Alexa Bliss, which is really interesting. So mine is Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, Peyton Royce, Naomi, and, well, she's no longer with the company now, but it was Eva Marie.
With yeah, Eva Marie. Yeah,
but here's the thing: Eva Marie and I share the same birthday, September 19th, so she has to make my top 5.
Hey, that's my anniversary.
For no other reason, it's the same birthday, but it's weird because like everybody who likes Sasha Banks loves Alexa Bliss. It's like the weirdest thing because everybody I know who has like a Twitter handle or an Instagram page dedicated to one always has pictures of both. Like they just like both of them. It's not like, oh, I love Sasha, but I don't like Alexa. They love both of them. And I think it's maybe because they're both like kind of this diminutive. They have the thickness in the right parts.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of just have that kind of cocky swagger about them. But like, man, every guy I know who likes Sasha Banks, he likes Alexa Bliss. Like it's just like you could like Sasha, but you don't like Charlotte. You're like, whatever. You know, you could like Sasha and you don't like Bayley. Actually, you know what? Becky might have to make my top 5. Becky's really pretty. I mean, she's really attractive. But you like I notice you like Bayley a lot.
Oh yeah, Bailey got a bubble on her too, boy. Shit, man,
Well,
watch Bailey get pinned. She can't lay flat on her back because her booty holding her up.
so Bailey is Hispanic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, people need to know that. Like, Bailey's name is Pamela Rose Martinez. So that's where the booty part comes out. Martinez.
Bailey's name is Fine. that's what her name is. Fine than the motherfucker.
So, but why do you think it is that like people don't look at Bailey that way? Because they don't talk about Bailey in that sense. They always talk about how great of a wrestler she is and how compelling of a character she has. But like, for example, like you watch WrestleMania. Did you see how Sasha looked?
Oh yeah.
Whew. I needed like a break just to see. I was like, oh, when she came down on that car, I was like, oh, she's a star. Like this, like I was telling Matt, this is like the entrance for like the person who's going to win the match, not the person who gets pinned second. But it was all about Bailey, and I get it. I get the story, but it's like, man, she looked like a star. Like did you see the picture on her Instagram?
No, I hadn't.
Do you follow her on Instagram?
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I mean, I can't because like that's all I would be looking at on Instagram, and I don't want to disrespect my old lady like that.
All right, so
like, let me see your phone real quick, and I'll be like, don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you sent me a picture. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, I did see this one. Oh Lord Jesus.
yeah.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Yeah, she's I don't know how to pronounce his name, but her husband. He did well in life.
Yeah, he did. He was a wrestler. He designed her clothes, don't he?
So if you listen to Lillian Garcia, I put Matt on the podcast. So she did a podcast with Lillian Garcia where she admitted she was married. Like she never did it before. So Lillian goes, "So you got married last year?" And she kind of paused and goes, yeah, okay, I did. I got married last year. And the reason I didn't really make it public is because when it leaked that I got married to him, people like were criticizing him. Like he's not good looking enough. How could you break, people were like going crazy about it. Like she was trending on Twitter and everything for that. And she was just like how she told the whole story about how they got together. And then even me as like such a big fan of hers and she's like my celebrity crush. I was like, shit, this guy does deserve her. That's pretty noble. Like I listened to the story. I'm like, man, this guy's a good guy. Like shit, he sounds like quite a catch himself, like for a woman, so they used to wrestle together in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess for a year and a half, he tried to date her or wanted to go out with her, and she didn't want to go out with him. And then she finally said, okay, let's go see a Korean movie because she likes Korean movies. They just clicked. They had a lot in common. But when she got hired by NXT or WWE, he quit his job, moved down with her, and then started to help her like get all her bill pay set up and make sure she had everything she needed so she could pursue her dream. And he was unemployed, but he did it just for her. I'm like, shit, he's a better guy than I am. You know what? He deserves her.
Yeah. Because I don't know how true it was, but don't he make her ring gear too?
He makes all their. I mean, you found out on that podcast. He makes her ring gear, AJ Styles ring gear, Triple H's ring gear, Stephanie McMahon's gear, the New Days, the Usos, like all that stuff the Usos wear now. He does that. He does all that stuff.
Sweet.
So he's like I made the joke on Twitter. I said he had a better WrestleMania than she did.
Yeah, he did.
With the ring gear he made, I was like, oh, this guy. And so that's the thing. Like he obviously is on the company payroll, so that's good for her because hey, if this guy's making Triple H's costumes, he's somebody. Triple H isn't letting anybody make costumes for him. But I was just saying when I heard the story, I was like, man, this guy is really a nice guy. Like this guy's a sweetheart. Like he gave up everything for her. That's wow, shit. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Just a good investment.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my wife said it. My wife's like, yeah, I think he kind of realized that, hey, look, I might be a good-looking guy or anything, but this is it. This is the apex. Like, this is, when you get her, it's just like, ooh.
I'm at the top of the mountain. I can't go no further.
Yeah, so it was weird. I can't believe Ant just replied to me because I tweet you called me a traitor. I just said, happy birthday to the Queen. Shh, don't tell Sasha, because I took that picture of her at the Staples Center and then he responded back to me. Ant's like laughing, but no, I mean I respect Charlotte. It's just that as long as she and Sasha are on the same show, I can't cheer for her. But once she goes to SmackDown, which is my prediction, you heard it here first. She's going to SmackDown next week.
Yeah, they've been teasing.
That's what I think.
They've been teasing it a little bit.
After she got laid out by Nia Jax, like it almost felt like that was her like swan song. Like, okay, you're done with Raw now. You're gonna go to SmackDown. But you know what? While you have me, okay, what other sports do you like other than wrestling? Like, do you watch basketball, football, baseball, hockey?
Man, I'm like in the mode of how I am with music. Like when I was younger, that used to be my world. I used to dig football and well, not so much football, but I was always into basketball and everything. I played basketball. I watched basketball. That was my shit. But as I got older, man, I fell out of that jump, man. Especially joining the military, I was just like, it wasn't my main focus anymore. And like right now, the only interaction that I have with basketball so much so now is when I play 2K. That's about it. I mean, I'm all about the wrestling. I watch the wrestling when football season rolled around. I watch the Saints play here and there, but that's about it. I mean, I don't go into depth with analysis. I couldn't even tell you who on the motherfucking roster right now. I know the Pelicans just got Cousins though, but that's the only thing I really know right now.
So you're like, okay, because I'm like, I am a sports junkie. I love the NBA. I was trying to sneak a peek at Russell Westbrook while I was in the movie theater, but like I have League Pass. I watch as many NBA games as I can. I just love the NBA, love the NFL, love baseball. Not as much as basketball, football, but the thing about it, I think the reason I like wrestling is it's kind of incorporates all of what I like about those other things. Like it has the drama and the theater and the athleticism of basketball and football, but it has characters.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a really good TV show. But so, okay, do you still watch basketball?
Here and there. I don't watch it a lot.
So do you like football, or you don't even watch football that much?
Like I said, it's more the same. It's like here and there. I mean, I don't go out of my way I would watch wrestling on a Monday night rather than I would watch football. If I had
put it this way, the WWE needs more people like you, because like I even told Matt this, the Charlotte Sasha street fight, the one where Sasha won the belt in Charlotte, where it was the Falls Count Anywhere match, which was fantastic. You know why I didn't watch it live? Because Eagles are playing the Packers.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm watching wrestling.
So I'm an Eagles fan, and I'm watching the game, and I'm staying off my phone. And I'm like, okay, turn off WWE notifications. Don't go on Twitter because Sasha and Charlotte are fighting in Charlotte. Something's going to happen. And I like literally didn't look at my phone. And then as soon as the game was over, I just skipped to that match. I'm like, okay, I got to see what happened in this match. And then I'll go back and watch the rest of the show. And it's like, oh my God, this match was so amazing.
Man, I get it from all angles, dog. Because like,
that match was amazing.
Mainly, I not watch Twitter. Mainly, I'm on Twitter. That's my thing. That and Instagram. But I would get it from all sides. If like I was out doing something with the family or just watching a movie or something, and I was like, I can go back and watch wrestling later. I'm gonna stay off my motherfucking Twitter because I'm gonna get some goddamn spoilers. Go to my Instagram. Boom. People got pictures of the match results. I was like, son of a bitch. All right. Now next time I know better to stay off Twitter and Instagram. I check my fucking Facebook. Bam. Motherfuckers knowing that friends from school and shit know that I'm a wrestling fan. They sending me shit. I was like, God damn it. It's like, leave me alone.
No, I remember the night I'll never. This was made me so bad. The night where she won the Raw after the draft, or the first Raw after they split the rosters, where Finn Balor beat Roman Reigns. And I remember I think you ranted about that, about Finn Balor being so small, and like they had him just run through Reigns and Rusev and everybody that first night. And that's the night Sasha won the belt the first time. And I didn't watch it live because I had a previous engagement. And I just looked at my text. I didn't even know what he was talking about. My friend just texted me, he goes, "Now you can't complain anymore." And I didn't know what he was talking about. And then I'm like, I went to I'll tell you what happened. So July 25th, I had surgery. I got surgery on a deviated septum. So I was kind of like fucked up because drugs, medication, whatever. I get back out of surgery at like 10:30 my time. And I'm like looking through my phone, and the guy's like, "Oh, you can't complain anymore." And I'm like, "What's he talking about?" And I watch Raw. First thing they announce is, "Charlotte, you're defending the title against Sasha." I'm like, "Oh God, she won the belt," and he just spoiled it for me. It's like, "Oh God," and I'm here sick, But it's funny because my wife was like, "You acted like such a baby after the surgery, like you're sitting there, you're all like screwed up. But when Sasha won the belt, you got your energy back, and then you're like, oh, I'm sick again." So she's like, it's kind of funny how that works. Like we're watching it, and you're like watching it, and she won the belt, and you like literally were so happy for her, and then you're like, oh, I'm back in pain. And so it was funny, but no, like I don't know. I think I told her the story, but I always tell people, like, I don't know how many wrestling characters really resonate with me over time, but it's like, man, she's one of them. Like, she sticks out to me. Like, it's just one of those weird things where you just connect with a certain character, and it's like with Stone Cold with all of us. Like when we were we first saw the Stone Cold character evolve. I remember I went to a house show in Toronto at the Sky Dome. And oh my God, like Stone Cold was not what he became, but he started that kiss my ass thing. And people were like in love with this guy. They're just like, oh my God, this guy's like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
And I remember The Rock at that same house show, he picked up a microphone, and this is when he started the Rock kind of character. He goes, "Give yourselves a hand, Toronto. Give yourselves a hand. You set a record tonight." Everybody's cheering him, but he's a bad guy. He goes, "I've never seen so much trailer park trash in one building." Right? Everybody booed him for like 2 seconds, and they start to cheer him again. And it was just like, forget it. They're going to cheer me. What's the point?
Yeah, that's another dude, man. It's just great.
The Rock is incredible. He's just not. I mean, this guy became the biggest star in Hollywood. That's insane.
Yeah, that's great.
Like, if you think about it.
Shit, I got you yawning now, huh?
No, I'm just reading Nate, because Nate will tweet about Dean Ambrose all the time.
Oh yeah, he will.
So another thing I want to talk about on your show is me and Nate are going to be piloting a podcast soon with Matt kind of being an engineer for us.
Do tell.
Yes. So I call it Old School, New School, because Nate, I think, might be half my age. I don't know if that's really true, but it's close. I mean, I'm closer to 40, and I don't think Nate might be 20. He might be 20. I doubt. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Is he 20? Maybe. He was on your podcast.
He's lower on the totem pole.
So I figured that, look, you have this new school wrestling fan who's pretty knowledgeable. You have an old school wrestling fan like me who's very knowledgeable. And it's a great dynamic for a podcast because we have such diametrically opposed views on certain things. Certain things we're going to agree on, but certain things we're not going to agree on because he just doesn't look at it from the same lens I look at it from. But that's good. That's what makes good fodder on a podcast. So Matt's going to help us engineer it, but we're going to do old school, new school with kind of a topic format. So we're going to do multiple topics on the show. We're not just like you guys do the 3-count stuff, but we're going to do like, okay, hypothetically, Seth Rollins. What's next for Seth Rollins? And we're gonna like literally stick to topics and just do it like PTI style and see what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. And that's kind of not why I like the pipe bomb or whatever. I just kind of fell into that show by accident. But yeah, you got Josh over there with the the journalist background, the fucking sports analysis and everything, and then you got Matt with his interesting takes on the wrestling. Then you just got me being a dumbass. So
no, I mean, I think I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I think what you do is you kind of bring the humor and the kind of, you bring the fan perspective. You're kind of like, look, I don't know what happened on what day of the week and what match happened.
I'm the goldfish.
This is what I remember. This is what I like. And then you kind of add the whole sound effects. And the only thing I have to ask you is, okay, so you guys have the 3 count song, which is awesome. That was one of my favorite gimmicks from the old WCW, was when they did 3 count. But then you go to 50 Cent. You go to 21 Questions. And I was just like, huh, that's interesting. Why did you choose 50 after?
No, because it was for a while. I think they would get a whole bunch of questions from Nate and a couple of other guys from you and the other people, and it would always be like 2021, and we would always be singing like 21 questions during the breaks or before we start recording, and he started just throwing the 50 Cent song in there because we was getting like 21 questions every time we get the 3 count stuff.
I gotcha. So I was thinking about that. I'm like, how would I do that intro? I think about my old DJ days, and I was like, I would definitely use that 3 count song, and then I'd probably go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's instead of 10 crack commandments, I would do something like that.
Yeah, that'd be good for Josh. You like Biggie.
You're right, because that's what I was thinking about it. Because I was like, well, Josh is the notorious Joshy, and I'm sure that made his day that Sasha changed her Twitter handle to the notorious Banks.
Yeah, I know. I had to sit there and stand between them and be like, hey, y'all can't be fighting over her like that.
Yeah, it's
I said, then I changed my mind.
She's coming on Matt. He's coming on Matt's lawn. But I was thinking about it, and so I thought you added a really cool element to the show because it was like Josh is really good because Josh is the positive guy.
Mm-hmm.
He is I don't get mad that they book certain things a certain way because it's like, hey, I watch it for what it is. It's a TV show, and I let them take me in this direction, and I don't really get mad, and I don't really rant. Like, okay, if AJ Styles is fighting Shane McMahon, I don't get mad. I accept it. And I think that's really cool because I think as wrestling fans, we do get hypercritical sometimes, and we do get angry. But what I like about Matt is Matt's pretty calm. He's pretty rational. He has perspective, except when it comes to like his favorites like me. And so that's kind of what I am like, which is, I have a friend of mine who me and him text all the time. He used to work for me, and we've done a couple of pilot podcasts ourselves, but I've never released them like for public consumption. I just have them. And it's crazy because like he's like, you're the most rational, analytical thinker. You taught me a lot about the business, just about business, not the wrestling business, but business. And you're very, you're even. You think of everything about you're rational. But when it comes to Sasha Banks, you're a complete lunatic. Like you have no filter. You get mad. You get angry. You swear. And I've said things. Look, I've said things, and the reason I've said it on that podcast and never released it because I don't know if the world is ready for some of my hot takes. And one of the hot takes I've always said is that if she was blonde and 6 foot and blue eyed and had fake breasts, if she looked like Lana, she'd probably have the belt still. Like she'd never lose. If with her popularity she looked like Lana, they would never push her. They would push her to the moon. And he wasn't really thrilled about that take because he's like, so you're basically saying they're racist. And I said, they have a tendency to have racist gimmicks. I mean, Hispanics driving to the ring in a lawnmower, not exactly the most politically correct gimmick.
Yeah.
You know, crime time, not exactly the most politically correct. I mean, Team Bad was littered in racial, stereotypes.
Well, shit, look at what the New Day was before they are what they
They
is
got
now.
over because before they got over. But he was just like, and he was just telling me, he's like, so just look at it from a rational perspective. So you're saying they're racist, they're this or that about her. Yet she's main evented pay-per-views, main evented Raws. She's been on the poster. She does commercials for other companies that sponsor them. She sells a ton of merchandise and she's on TV every week. How is she buried? He's like, American Alpha, they're buried.
Yeah, they was a fucking champs and wasn't on TV.
Right? He's like, Sasha Banks is always on TV. No matter what, if she's injured, they find a way to weave her into the storyline. And he's just like, I don't think a 25-year-old male or female could ever say they've been like treated as well as she's been treated. So when you look at it from that perspective, he has a good point. I mean, I'm not going to take it away from him. That's a good point. But I'm still going to be irrational, and I still feel like they dropped the ball with her. Now, that's my opinion, and I'm probably a kind of a raving lunatic for it because anybody I say that to, they just like laugh at me. They're like, wait, when's the last time Dolph Ziggler made evented a pay-per-view?
Speaking of Dolph Ziggler, he just had a match with Shinsuke Nakamura.
He did, but it was a dark match.
Mm-hmm.
And it was after 205 Live.
That's crazy. That was damn a long-ass show then. Because they had to have SmackDown before then. And usually before SmackDown, they have a dark match. So they had a dark match, then SmackDown, then 205 Live, then another dark match. That's a long day. That's what happened to me when they came here to Houston. They had Apollo Crews against one of them guys from the Vaudevillains. Then they had SmackDown. Then they had 205 Live. Then they had a tag team match after.
So I'm looking at this list here. The best hip-hop albums to come from Houston. So what do you think number one is?
Man, I wouldn't even know. But what I've realized since, being here in Houston, listening to the local radio stations, how much of my childhood has come from Houston music-wise. I'm driving around, I'm listening to Pimpin' the Pen by Lil Kiki. I'm listening to Slim Thug. I'm listening to freaking goddamn Big Pokey, fucking Paul Wall, Lil Flip, all that shit. I was like, God damn, this is middle school all over again.
Yeah. I love some Houston hip hop. Like I said it earlier, I love the Ghetto Boys. Loved even when they got Big Mike and they didn't have Willie D anymore. Love UGK. I like some Mike Jones, Paul Wall, Chamillionaire stuff. Like,
Who?
Yep, who exactly? Who? Mike Jones. And but that little Kiki, Trey the Truth. Yeah, I can't get with that. No, I just can't. Like, I love South hip hop, but not like all South hip hop. Like,
boy, that little Kiki from the 3 in the Morning DJ Screw album, man.
right. And that's the thing. You got to be from Houston to appreciate DJ Screw, because I'm just like, this guy slows down everything, and I pretty much need to sip glean to really get with the program here. So if I'm not sipping cough syrup and what's it, cough syrup, Jolly Rancher, and
promethazine, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
Is either codeine,
because
promethazine, all kind of crazy shit.
This podcast has just taken a turn to, the alchemist lab. But the thing about Houston, though, man, I love Houston as a city because I feel like the Galleria is like the greatest gift to shopping ever.
Yeah, I went there for the first time about a couple months ago, man. That shit was like, God damn, they got a Tesla place in here. Got a goddamn ice rink on the bottom. And all this other crazy shit.
I feel like the Galleria is just an amazing place. But I'll say this about Houston, man. You guys know how to party.
Shit, we know how to get in traffic too.
Well, yeah, terrible traffic, but you guys know how to party. And this goes up for anybody who's a male who's not in a relationship or doesn't have a wife. Before you get married, before you have kids, before you get tied down, you have to go to King of Diamonds in Houston. You got to do it. You got to go to King of Diamonds. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, you can go if you're not single, but it might strain your relationship.
It's probably not the smartest thing, but Houston has the best strip clubs in the United States. And in my younger days, I was a strip club connoisseur. Houston, man, I spent a lot of time at strip clubs, and King of Diamonds, King of Diamonds, Houston. I always tell people, like, if you like rap videos, go to King of Diamonds in Houston, and that's what the dancers look like. Put it this way, to all you wrestling fans out there listening to Rob's podcast, the dancers all look like Naomi at King of Diamonds.
Oh, yeah. You can see
they look like
you see them motherfuckers just walking around here in Walmart sometimes too. And I just be like,
they look like Naomi. Some of them, I don't know if they look like Sasha, but they look like Naomi.
They're more on the Naomi side.
Yeah, because like Sasha, Bailey, they got the bump. Naomi has the table.
Yeah,
like
shit. She got the man. Don't get me started.
Actually, so does Amber Boone.
I know. Oh, the thing of Reese.
So you like Amber Boone?
Oh yeah. I like her a lot.
You like Oscar?
Oh yeah, I dig Oscar. She ain't got a lot.
You know what it is about Oscar
she
that
don't
I
have
like?
a lot of Oscar in the back, but
Speaking of somebody who doesn't have anything in the back, Charlotte, this doesn't have it there.
No, she took after her father on that one.
No, you talk about the women that have it. She's not. She and who's the one you tweeted about it doesn't have anything in the back. You tweeted about it yesterday.
Maurice.
Yeah.
Maurice, she's still a beautiful lady, but she ain't got.
Oh, she's beautiful.
She's lacking in the derriere region. She need to do some more squats.
But what I was saying is, Asuka. You know what I love about Asuka now? Her facials. She's so good. She's just so good at the facials, and that I've always wondered how popular she could be, on the main roster, because she can't speak English. And that is a problem. But Nakamura's pretty over, so maybe it's the same thing. Maybe she'll just be female Nakamura, and people will just cheer for her and go crazy for her. But yeah, I don't know. I like Peyton Royce, man. I dig Peyton Royce, the Poison Ivy one.
Yeah. She look alright. She aight. She ain't in my top 5.
No, I mean, it's a pretty hard thing to crack, the top 5 now. And it's not easy anymore. Like, you got like a Liv Morgan.
Oh yeah, Mandy Rose. Ooh.
Yeah. Mandy Rose is really good looking.
Oh yeah, she is.
she's and as Bailey even said to her once on Twitter, yes, we get it. You're good looking. we get it.
I don't know. It's just like they evolving. It's like it used to be just good looking women with minimal wrestling talent, and now then it went to like not so good looking women with all the wrestling talent. Now is good looking women with the wrestling talent, and I was like, oh shit.
Okay, so as somebody who's like a wrestling fan for a long time, like I am, this is what I was trying to tell somebody. Like, okay, so we went through a lot of different iterations of women's wrestling, especially in WWE. So you had the Trish, Lita, Molly Holly, Jacqueline, that kind of era.
Oh, Jackie. Woof.
Jackie, China, Ivory, them.
Mm-hmm.
They were good-looking women, but they could wrestle. But they never got the opportunity to wrestle like these women do. But they could still go. Like, they could wrestle. They could all wrestle. Then they went to the catalog models. They went to the Victoria's Secret models. So they went to Maria. They went to Kelly. They went to Michelle McCool. They went to Layla. They went to, like, all of them.
Yeah, Canellis, all those chickens.
Yeah. So they weren't really good in the ring, but they looked really good.
Shit, and that was like around the time frame to where they had every damn near every woman on the roster on Playboy and shit.
But like that's the thing. Like I don't find like Stacy Keibler hotter. She's hot. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't find her more attractive than Sasha.
Mm-mm.
And I think it's because Sasha could actually wrestle. Like I think there's something sexy to these women who look like Sasha, look like Charlotte, look like Bayley, Becky, Peyton, whatever, Amber Moon, Naomi, all of them. But they can actually work. Like, there's something really attractive about their female athletic. They're very athletic, but they look a certain way. And they can go in the ring.
Man, like when Naomi made her debut after the injury and everything most recently, whatever, she ran down the ramp and gave fucking Natty a goddamn Hurricane Rana. That shit was tight as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been a big Natty person. I'm Canadian, and you'd think I would just like Natty, but Natty's like the one. And I know she's she's technically a great wrestler, but it's just she's NyQuil to me. She is sleep aid. Like if she comes on my TV screen, she's just sleep aid. The only time I was ever remotely interested in her was when she did the stuff with Nikki Bella, and that's just because it's so easy to hate Nikki Bella or to get heat on her because, everybody's, she's the star and, and not everybody's Ed. So it's like, it's just easy for people to call Nikki Bella a bitch. And you're like, I like her for calling Nikki Bella a bitch because it's easy to pick on Nikki Bella because, people resent her success and they don't think she took wrestling seriously enough. And then when she finally started to improve, then she got injured. And now she's really a reality TV star. But, like, man, Natty just doesn't do it for me at all.
Yeah, you've heard me say it many times. You need to go on ahead and take a hiatus, a permanent one.
Like, I know a lot of people love Mickie James, but Mickie James never did it for me. Like, she's a really pretty girl, but she never did it for me. Like, I was just never like, I'm not Josh. Like, well, maybe nobody's Josh when it comes to Mickie James. But, like, I saw Mickie James a little bit. Like, she's really attractive. Like, she's a good-looking woman, but it doesn't connect with me.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, she is a fine piece of lady, but not my top 5, homeboy.
Yeah. It's just crazy because, like, I was looking at who's the other person? I'm thinking about Naomi, and for how many years?
Are you thinking about Naomi? I'm thinking about Naomi too.
No, I'm talking about how like she's always been very athletic, and she's always been a wrestler who I felt like could have always been pushed better or gotten more opportunity because she was in that ridiculous Funkadactyls thing, and then when she got really hot. She got the eye injury when the
Oksana.
Other girl, Oksana, injured her. And I was like, oh my God, like, Oksana injured her and she lost her WrestleMania moment, but they never really went with her after that. And I've always felt like Naomi is like an underutilized performer. Like, she's super athletic. She's not the smoothest in the ring, but I also think that's because she's never really got to work long programs with great women wrestlers. Like Look, I love Alexa Bliss. Alexa is in my top. She's in my top 2, but she ain't good in the ring. And I'm just going to keep it all the way real. She's improving, but she ain't Sasha or Bailey in the ring. Like, she's attractive, and I like looking at her. But as a wrestler, you can't put Alexa in that category. Yeah, she's not going to go out and steal the show.
See, I mean, it's just also in their background as well. I mean, Charlotte, goddamn gymnast or whatever. I mean, from the time you've seen her in NXT up until now, she has very, very, very drastically improved or whatever. And she, she's taken, the wrestling thing down, almost as second nature. But shit, Alexa Bliss has a cheerleading and I'm about to say Olympic gymnast background too. I mean, you can kind of see that in their style or whatever because they're used to performing that routine or whatever. That's what makes them come off not so as smooth. Naomi was a former backup dancer and everything and a cheerleader or whatever. So they're used to a routine. And usually what, wrestling is a routine. I mean, you have your set of moves that you go to all the time and that you know how to do, easily. So, I mean, a lot of times that stuff come off clunky. You got to try to, not treat it so much as a goddamn ballet or a freaking dance routine. You got to damn kind of fill it out and adjust accordingly.
So what you think is it's just practice?
Practice? You talking about practice?
Well, no, but steel sharpens steel. And so what I would hope for Naomi is I want to see Naomi in a long program with Charlotte.
I got a long program for her.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. So is Naomi your free pass with your wife?
My wife don't know who my free passes are.
Huh?
I said my wife is my number one. I don't discuss women's in front of my wife.
Yeah.
My wife discuss about men all. Matter of fact, we just had for my birthday we did a podcast where she answered listener questions, and she told everybody her top 5 picks of penises she would like to dine on, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, I have a reason to go back and listen. I mean, I was gonna. It's actually on my to listen to list. Like, I wanted to listen to that episode because it had to be funny.
Yeah, because I'm just like, it had a question was posed to like if Denzel Washington took her out on a date and he came in for a kiss, would she damn take the kiss? First of all, I was like, well, motherfucker, where the hell am I for her to be on a date with goddamn Denzel Washington? So whatever, we got past that. She's like, you damn right, I'm gonna kiss Denzel Washington. I might even slip him a little tongue too. I was like, what the fuck? I don't even talk about other women in front of you. So how I'm getting this daggone this treatment right now? Then she said Roman Reigns, Bruce Lee,
Okay,
freaking, and I forget the other 3 motherfuckers. That was a top 5 for getting the nasty on with, because one of the questions was if you were cursed with a spell to where you couldn't have sex for a year, and the only way to break the curse was to have sex with 5 people, who those 5 people would be, or would you just be abstinent for a year? She's like, well, I'm having sex with 5 people. I was like, you whore.
So my wife, we're watching the Raw after Mania, and Reigns is in the ring, and she's just like, oh, he's such a beautiful man. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, beautiful man? And she's like, he's moving up the charts. Like, he ain't Rock or he ain't Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh yeah, that was another one of her 5, The Rock.
And then my wife loves Finn Balor. So like, she's just like, it's great. I have Roman Reigns and Finn Balor on the same show. There's no reason to watch SmackDown. Because she's just like, oh my God, Finn Balor is so beautiful. And so she loves Finn Balor. She loves,
Yeah.
she loves Roman Reigns.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there, and I'm like, is you really doing this right now? Is it this what we talking about?
I was just telling her, I'm like, I don't understand why you're such a big fan of Roman Reigns. And she's like, look at him. He's gorgeous. And I'm like, okay, I get it.
It was a point in time to where, like, Monday she have her thing of shows that she would watch, and I would be in the other room watching wrestling. It was a point in time to where every time Roman Reigns appeared on the screen, I had to go in there and tell her that he was on TV so she can come watch him. And then as soon as he was off the TV, she would go back and doing what she was doing. Or if she know that I'm in here watching wrestling and Roman Reigns on TV and I didn't come say nothing, she would come in here and chew me out, dog. She said, why you didn't tell me Roman was on TV? I was like, because I don't want you to get the satisfaction of looking at Roman Reigns.
Somebody has to get mini Sasha Banks on the I told Matt, you got to get her on the podcast.
How old is mini Sasha Banks?
I don't know, but she's a star. Because I was in Orlando, as you know, and oh my goodness, like people were like, "Oh, that's mini." Like they were literally like seeking her out to take pictures with her. And I'm like, next year, her and Izzy are going to have their own table at Access. They're going to be taking pictures with people. Because like she posts her videos on her Twitter page, and she posts the video with Naomi, and she posted the video with Charlotte where she went and saw them. They saw her, and Charlotte's like, "Oh, come give me a hug." And Charlotte's like, "Hey, let's do the BFF thing me and Sasha used to do. You know, you hit my head, do that." And then Naomi hugs her, and Naomi's like, "Oh my God, have you met Sasha yet? Like, have you seen her? She, and so like she's taken this persona and made it into something." And I'm like, man, I hope my daughter does that. Is an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Her and Sasha Banks in the picture together right here.
Which one?
Is the I Play America?
Oh yeah, it's the I Play, and then the one below it, the one at Wrestle. Like she was like one of the first people in line for the Access line for Sasha, and I was waiting on Matt. Matt, you were late recording the pipe bomb. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, I know we was there for that.
Yeah, I know. I was listening to the episode today, and I'm like, Matt, you're talking about in 45 minutes I'm going to meet Sasha. It's like you should have been there already, not in 45 minutes. Because if we had got to meet her right away, we could have gone, met Naomi, met Charlotte, done all that stuff. But look at her video with her and Charlotte. It's like,
yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
It's like, wow. It's crazy because a lot of people wanted to meet Charlotte, man. Like, just in that crowd, talking to people, they were just like, really, really want to meet, Charlotte. And
hey, she met Hornswoggle and El Torito.
Yes. Yeah, well, they probably want to take pictures with her.
Because they're all the same height.
But it's crazy because she is like, she met the Hardys.
Yeah.
Who did they get a pot? Oh yeah, the Naomi. When she met Naomi, she was so happy. I remember she was just like,
"This is crazy."
Hey, like I said, I hope my daughter has that kind of entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
What I have to know is where does she get the money to attend all these events?
Parents. Shit, you be hard pressed to think that damn WWE don't pay for some of them tickets for Izzy.
I think they pay for both of these two because, like, I'm looking at how does she have the exact same outfit Sasha has on? Like, how does she know what Sasha's gonna wear the day of her signing? Like, I'm kind of suspicious.
Yeah.
Somebody in Sasha's entourage probably reached out to her. Okay, this is what she's going to be wearing. This is a picture.
Somebody's in the loop. All right. Hey, man. It's what? It's
late.
Yeah, and I got to take kids to school in the morning.
Yes. Thank you for the opportunity to to be on your podcast. I think we covered a lot of ground on a lot of different
Yes,
topics.
you did cover a lot of ground on a lot of things.
Yes. So, I'm interested to see how this sounds, but thanks for the opportunity.
Hey, this
And,
might be a two-parter,
you know,
homeboy.
yeah, maybe. And tomorrow on the pipe bomb, make sure you bring it up to Matt that, hey, he was late beating the boss.
Also, before you go, I meant to tell you this and ask you this. King Ajar, or Ajar.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Okay. So my real name is Raja, Raja. And Raja, the Indian meaning of it is king. So instead of calling myself King Raja, which was already taken on
King
Twitter,
King?
I went King Ajar because I was driving one day and I opened my door and it says door ajar. And I'm like, Ajar, Raja backwards. There you go. So that's what it is.
King.
It's stupid because it's King, but no one ever thinks about it like that.
Well, have you watched Kung Fu Panda since you said you go see all these kiddie movies?
Yes, I have seen Kung Fu Panda.
Is Master Sifu or Shifu, and Shifu in that language is master, so it's master.
Yeah. And I used to know somebody. I used to have a supervisor who worked for me. Her name was Carrie. And that was her first. Her name was Carrie Smith, and she married a person with the last name Carrie, so she was Carrie.
She could work for WWE.
Yeah. So King Ajar is Raja backwards, and so I always wanted to be King Raja, but then I couldn't get the Twitter handle, so I just went King Ajar, and then it just kind of took a life of its own because even Matt's like, hey King, and I'm like, well, my name's it's Raja, but okay, so it's just one of those things.
And you say you're from Canada, ain't you?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck Raja come from? Where the fuck Raja come from?
Well, I'm Indian. My heritage is Indian, but I'm born and raised in Canada.
Gotcha.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think it's crazy just the fact that there's an Indian guy from Toronto who.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because off top, it's not a picture of you for your profile pic, and I see King Ajar, and I'm just like, yeah, he got to be from another country or some shit like that.
If you go, okay, so what's your Instagram?
It is random ramblings W_Rob. Or you can just type in random ramblings with Rob, it'll pop up. Or you can do the hashtag RRRPC, or you can just type in random. There's many ways you can find it.
All right, so is this you, B-Rob, podcaster, wrestler? That's you, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so I just followed you. Now you follow me back on Ajar Pics, which is my Instagram handle, which I don't use Instagram that much, but there's a profile pic of me. So
I can't.
That's the only real. Huh?
Okay, I see. All right. Ooh, Sasha Banks. Hello.
Well, yeah. So it's so funny because I remember I posted a picture. Which is the picture that everybody? Let me go back. I don't use Instagram that much. I'm not a big picture guy. I'm more of a Twitter guy. But that's my profile pic. That's the one with me and my best friend from Chicago. He's, the African American gentleman. He's a dentist, so it's good to have dentists who are friends.
Yeah.
So. I have the shoes, I have my dogs, I have my music, the videos I watch, and then
Sasha Banks.
Then I have a picture of Alexa. Then I have Sasha. Then I have Alexa Bliss on there too.
Yeah, getting choked out by Sasha Banks.
That I have that on there, but I have the picture I took of Alexa at the house show. Oh yeah, that picture of Sasha Banks is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife always asks me this question. She's like, if Sasha looked like Nia Jax, would you like her? And I will refuse to answer that question because, first off, I think Nia Jax is actually really pretty.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have nothing against Nia Jax because we're not in the same room. Then I would have something against her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Nia Jax is she's a pretty lady. I mean, she's a model herself.
Yeah, she's not like most girls.
Damn, Charlotte looks so much better now than she used to.
Oh yeah, this is a true
Like
statement.
Oh my wife. Oh yeah, that's one thing you and my wife have in common. My wife loves Naomi. Naomi is her girl. She, we were at the house show, we were at Elimination Chamber, and she popped hard for Naomi winning the title. And when Naomi won at WrestleMania, that's the only time she cheered, other than when the Hardys came back, because she loves Jeff Hardy.
Man, I would pop for Naomi too. I'll pop all over her neck and kiss and.
But yeah, I'm just honored to be on your show. You know, I listen to your podcast. You kind of go all over the place, which I love. That's why I think the name is so well suited. But like I said, man, I want to do the podcast with Nate, and I want to see how that thing turns out. Maybe I'll get you involved in it as well.
Oh yeah, I'll jump around
because
in
you are the producer extraordinaire.
I don't even know how I got that, but I'll take it.
Well, didn't you produce for Ant or something?
No.
So were you on Ant's show or was
I
he
was on
yours?
it before, yeah.
And how did that happen?
Yeah, because I mean, I listened to Ant's show or whatever, and for a while, Ant was going around from different podcasts to different podcasts, and just out of the blue, he sent out a tweet saying, "Hey, I'm going to be on this show, this show, this show, and this show," and mine happened to be one of the shows that he said, and I was just like, "Okay, this is news to me." So Ant was on my show originally, and we got to chatting, and we got an episode called "The Rant and Ant," and after that, he invited me on his show. And then after I was on his show, Matt reached out to me and be like, "Hey, we want you on our show." And then I went over there, did a couple of episodes with them, and Matt asked me to be a part of the show. At first, I was just like, I don't think I can because, I'm looking for work and I don't know what my schedule going to be like, and I'm trying to do my podcast. He's like, "Yeah, no problem. I understand that." And then that one day, I sent out the tweet. I was like, because I've been on the show so much recently, I was like, I'm the unofficial third guy on the Pipe Bomb with McCool. And then that show that he announced that I was a part of the show, I didn't know shit about it. He kind of did it right there on the spot. And I was like, oh, I'm a part of the show now.
Yeah, it's funny because I knew you were a part of the show, I think, before you did.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
Because he told me, he even said it. He's just like, "Oh, I'm going to add Rob to the show." I'm like, "Oh, that'd be good. That adds an element." So are you like currently looking for work or you just retired?
I retired and then I took time off, like just to decompress and do family shit or whatever. But I'm going to start working next week.
Is it in your chosen field?
Kinda. Security.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But that's what a lot of military folks do. They need to decompress.
Yeah. So I took my time because, like, no shit, I was doing job interviews before I got out, and I had, like, maybe one or two jobs lined up that I probably could have jumped into as soon as I got out. But my wife was like, "Man, you've been working nonstop for 16 years. You need to take a break." She's like, just come up with a game plan, figure out what you want to do. In the meantime, fucking relax. So that's what I've been doing for the past couple months. But then I got 3 kids, so they start wanting things and getting bigger bellies and want to eat up all my goddamn food. So now I got to go back to work.
Okay. So, and I'm just like, somebody tweeted out this thing. It says, somebody goes, "Okay," at Sasha snatching the title from Bailey, which people didn't notice that on Raw. Did you notice that? Did you catch that on Raw?
No, I didn't.
So when they won the 6-women match, the referee hands the belt and Sasha grabs it out of the ref's hands.
Yeah.
And then Bailey grabbed it out of her hands. kind of like, hey, it's my belt. And I thought it was going to happen right there. I was like, oh my God, here we go.
Oh, they drawing it.
Yeah, they are. And then, but the guy, this guy tweeted the GIF of it, and it's like her ass in slow motion going right to left, and I'm like, okay, who cares about the belt? Who cares about the belt? Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now while you talking about it. Oh,
I just retweeted it. So
I'm looking at it right now.
And then she responded to the guy, and she goes, "Hey, I was just handing her the belt." And then a guy on Twitter, he said exactly what I was thinking. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was too busy looking at her ass."
That's amazing.
That's what he said. I mean, he literally said that. He goes, "Where's this guy?" Yeah, he goes, "I was too busy looking at her ass. Sorry."
And then there's this guy making kissy faces with his big ass glasses. Yeah, I'm gonna retweet that.
Somebody responded, "Careful, Sasha. Emma will get it before you." No, that will not happen.
Oh, Emma. Ooh, I like her too.
Yeah, I think the everybody's dream, like, I think it's not everybody's dream wrestling match, but I think it's just everybody's dream. I want to see these two just look at each other or fight, is Sasha against Alexa Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like the internet sellout.
Might get it during the shakeup, homeboy. They'll swap out Bliss
Well,
for Charlotte.
For Charlotte, yeah. But here's the thing, though. If you do that, and I know we've way past got our time, but we'll wrap up on this. I don't know if Alexa Bliss works as a babyface.
I don't know either. I mean, they tried. That's what she always was until she got with Blake and Murphy.
Yeah, she was. She was. Yeah, but she was terrible. Nobody liked that I liked her, but I hated the ballerina gimmick.
Yeah, she always did turn her head to the side like that, and I was like, "Why?"
But there's this internet rumor that her and Sasha have real beef.
Ooh, what's beef?
Something about. I know just Sasha never was really that great to her, or something like that at the Performance Center, and it was always about the 4 horsewomen, but the other 3 horsewomen kind of, they helped Bliss out, but she never did. And even if you listen to Alexa Bliss interviews, they ask her specifically, like, "Oh, who has helped you?" She says Becky, she says Bayley, she says Charlotte. She never mentioned Sasha by name. She never. And then even remember that time she cut the promo where she was the luchador?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know, it could have been Sasha Banks, right? And it was like, that was literally meant to like get the internet kind of stirring, because there's just always been this whole, I even Googled it the other day. I said, Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss beef, and something actually came up about it. Like, it was Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss beef. And something came up. Like, yeah, it came up, which is, it was, what was it?
I don't know. You're supposed to be telling me.
I'm reading it to you, which is, they said, "Hey, is it true that there's beef?" And this guy who's apparently connected to the company said, "Yep, the two never mention each other on Twitter. They don't follow each other on Twitter. They never mention each other by name." Alexa Bliss did an interview out of character talking about the women who helped her. She mentioned the 3 horsewomen, but she would never mention Sasha at all. And what's funny is her best matches at NXT were with Sasha. They weren't with Bayley. They weren't with Charlotte. They weren't with Becky. They were with Sasha. But they never mentioned each other. And then there was that whole time where...
yeah, she bust her nose in that match, didn't she?
Yep. And then where Alexa, they go, "Hey, Sasha, did you see that Alexa said something about you on SmackDown, and she goes, who? And, Alexa goes, yeah, you're right. You better not know who, you don't want to know who I am.
And I would like to see that unfold. Get them on the
But
same
see, that's
roster.
the thing, though. If they really hate each other, that makes me want to see this even more.
Hell yeah. Bitter rivals.
Well, it's just that they have such compelling characters. And, people love the characters. And why shouldn't they?
But yeah. Where can they find you at, homeboy? On the interwebs, I mean. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I said, where can people find you at on the interwebs?
Oh, sorry. So my Twitter handle is at Kingajar, Kingajar. My Instagram handle is at Ajar, Ajar Pics, Pics. I do not do Facebook. I never have, never will. Just I don't know why. It's just not my thing. And then, I will pop up or occasionally on shows. I'm connected with, the host, Matt of the Pipe Bomb. You're a part of that show. I will be, doing a couple of different podcasts here in the future, one with Nate the Great and another shoe podcast that is still kind of in the works where we talk about sneaker culture and just kind of what sneaker culture means to a lot of other different subcultures, hip hop, wrestling, fashion, athletics, etc. So it's just, I have a love of sneakers. I own over 300 pairs. I've been collecting for 20 years.
Shit.
So it's one of my passions. Like, one of the things that relaxes me is cleaning my shoes.
Yeah, I can see that.
I will say this, waterfalls. So that's where you could find me. And, I would implore everybody on this podcast who's listening to Rob to check him out on the Pipe Bomb. He does fantastic work there. Listen to all the NAI guys. Listen to the whole New Age Insiders. They have a lot of good shows. I'm a Patreon, I have been for a while with those guys. And, they have a lot of good content. Don't just listen to the traditional kind of wrestling shows out there, the Meltzer stuff, because that's gossip stuff. You want a different perspective. So I would just give everybody that point of view. But yeah, thank you for having me. It was an honor. Didn't realize we have something in common other than our love for certain female wrestlers, that we both own WWE stock. That's some trivia I did not know going into this.
Yep. And you have now been educated, sir.
Yes. So thank you so much. Talk to you soon.
And that was the conclusion to a great conversation with a great man named Raji. Oh, man. It is interesting what you learn about people, because I thought, obviously I thought he was, from another country and everything. But, hearing him talk, I was like, oh, this dude's American. But, then I asked, he's Canadian, but he is of Indian descent. It's crazy shit, right? Just things you learned. But anyway, shout outs to King Ajar, because that's what I keep calling him. That's what comes to mind when I think of that dude. So that's what I keep calling him. Yeah. Episode is in the books. Look out for more things from that young man. He gonna start up his own podcast talking about shoes and professional wrestling and probably Sasha Banks. And yeah, it was awesome. Man, I'm getting a little sleepy, so I'm about to wrap this thing on up. Thanks to Hoppy Rogers. Thanks to Ray of the Naked Porch Podcast. Thanks to Jared of the hashtag Blackout Podcast for your voicemails. And I want to wish some happiest of the birthdays to my co-host on the Pipe Bomb with McCool and Company, Josh Lopez. Today is his birthday. Also sharing a birthday with him today is Isidoro Rodriguez. You may know him as Izzy or the Creature. Isidoro, the guy that I was telling you about, who does the awesome wrestling cosplay and makes all the gear and everything. So they both share a birthday today. So happy birthday to both of those gentlemen. I wish your day will be long and prosperous and you get all the things you want and some extra stuff that you didn't think you was going to get, but you got anyway. So it's a bonus on your birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah. Oof. I'm sweating. So let's close it down, people. You know where you can find me on Twitter. It's at It's B-Rob. That's ITSBROB. If you want to talk professional wrestling in any form of shenanigans, that's the way you do it. Also, the show has a Twitter. You can find it at, wait for it, R_podcast. That's 3 R's _podcast. It's the account that I use when I do anything random or anything pertaining to the show. So if you need more info about the show, you can use that account, or you can go to randomrobcast.com. If you go to the homepage, you can see all kinds of ways that you can support the show, whether it be through merchandise, just straight up giving me some cash in my PayPal. There's a wish list for Amazon. You can get items to help out the show in its expansion, or you can be a patron like Brandon McIntyre, who I appreciate oh so much for contributing to the show. So there's all manners of ways you can do it, and the way that you can find the one that best suits you is to go to randomrobcast.com. Also, follow me on Instagram. You can see me walking around Walmart talking all kinds of bullshit, or vlogging, as the young people say. Also, pretty soon I'm going to be meeting up with Foxy in person because we both here in Houston. And I'll probably try to meet with freaking Isidoro there because he's in Houston. Shit, I might even try to get with Kiefer Bartek, another guy who is here in Houston, and we go walk around Walmart and shoot the shit. I'm still trying to figure out the logistics on that. When I say logistics, I mean who going to hold the camera? Because, I mean, if we both going to be in the frame, I can't just long arm it and hold it out, in selfie mode and while we talking, because that's going to be retarded as fuck. I'll probably bring one of the kids with me, or both of them. I don't know. We'll work it out. And yeah, send me them voicemails, man. 304-825-5762. Also, you can email me some things. If you got music that you want played on the podcast, send it my way. You can send it to randomrobcast.com. And I'll play your music if nobody else is, man. So what this show's about, helping everybody and anybody. Shout out to Sir John Lee. Shout out to Zyme. Shout out to Sabrina Fowler. Shout out to Ralph Nervous. Who else on here been musical and shit? Let me look through my list. Man, I'm tired as fuck. Whoever else been a musical guest on my show, shout outs to you too. I appreciate it. Bumpy 103. There you go. That's my motherfucker. You got a new song out called Berserk. Look that up on SoundCloud. Shit, I should have put it as the bonus content, but I'm done editing for tonight. Yeah, man, that's about it. Also, listen to a wrestling themed podcast called The Pipe Bomb with McCool and Company, starring Matt McCool, Josh Lopez, who I just wish happy birthday to, and myself. Man, it's been a long time, and I'm about to cut this shit off. So, appreciate you for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed all the shows, all the things, all the guests. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you. I appreciate the sky because it's blue. Look at that. I'm rhyming. My mixtape coming soon. Anyway, I'll see y'all next time.